I thought it would be a good idea to be a chimpanzee in my garden for 24 hours, and I think I was wrong. But here it is anyways. It was pretty crazy. I made chests with sticks. I slept outside. I made this blanket. I really did try to sleep in a tree, but it didn't work out. This is what I got. I've got a bag. All my stuff for 24 hours is in those bags. I want to go back. I want to be monkey. The first chimpanzee transformation. So this is where it all started. I wanted to do this challenge because a friend of mine made me pretend to be a chimpanzee with him because he said, you know, chimpanzees are actually about 4 times stronger than humans, which is pretty insane. But I think it's actually 1.5 times stronger to be exact. So anyway, I was climbing a tree because that is what chimps do. And in this video, I am trying to do exactly what chimps do and how they live. I want to try live like that. The thing is, it's very hard to be 100% realistic here because, you know, I'm not in a forest and sleeping in a tree this small is not easy. But in this video, I try to climb a few trees. I am telling you, going to the toilet in a plank position is not ideal. I had to drink water out of a bowl. I eat only fruits and nuts. I climb trees and I sit with my thoughts all day. Very boring. Trust me, 24 hours was so boring. I literally just looked up at the sky for probably half the day and ate food. Here is me washing my hands because, you know, they get so dirty so easily because you're using them to walk. I'm trying to walk on all fours throughout the whole video. Yeah, I had to eat that millie. And now what the flip am I doing? Okay, this is so bloody cringe. You know, it's a challenge. And I respect myself for doing it. I'm still proud I did it, even though I probably didn't learn much from it. I think that not a lot of people are willing to sleep outside on the floor or in a tree and walk on all fours like a crazy lunatic. Like my parents would come home and I would greet them with my bro, that is so cringe. But I did it. And I thought it would be a good idea to carry all my stuff to the other side of the house. As a chimpanzee would do, I decided to dead hang on a tree branch, and I only got about 1 minute in. And you know what's really cool is that chimpanzees can actually hold their whole body weight hanging for up to, I think it's about 40 minutes. But it's pretty crazy because imagine hanging from one arm for more than 10 minutes. That's insane. I can barely hang on one arm for 3 minutes. But I mean, they are chimpanzees. They got a different body, different genetics. Other than that, it was a pretty fun day. Even though it was boring, time went by. And the nighttime was insanely hard to go through. At 1 o'clock, I woke up thinking, if it's before 2 o'clock, I gotta stop this challenge. But I pushed through. Mosquitoes were buzzing like crazy. I was sleeping on a brick floor. My back was insanely sore. And I just put a blanket over my head and the mosquitoes didn't really bother me. I was really pissed when that grape fell out of the bunch. And I thought I gotta make some monkey sounds. And I decided I want to make chess out of sticks because I was so bored. And I thought, you know, chimpanzees are really clever. They can play fun, clever games like chess, right? So I used acorns and sticks and I measured them with my fingers. I decided to just show you how the game works. I was pretty bored and, you know, playing chess by yourself is not that fun. I washed my hands again because I wanted to eat some more food. And I filled a bowl with water so I could drink out of it because I'm pretty sure chimpanzees do not drink out of water bottles. So I decided I either drink with my hands or I slurp it with my mouth. And here is the delicious, delicious water. So I started to climb a tree to make some time go by quicker. And it was pretty peaceful. And it was a nice day, nice and sunny. Here's my grooming of a cat.
Hey yo!
And because chimpanzees groom each other, I think, or monkeys do, I decided I don't want to groom a human being because that's a bit weird. I'm going to groom my fluffy toy cat because I didn't know what else to groom. And it was not that fun, but time went by quicker. And I decided you gotta eat some nuts and almonds. Gotta get the native dominance. Gotta show that I own this area. Nobody else can touch this grass except me. Yeah, that's how they do it, because there's not enough food for everyone. I have to show that this is my area. It's actually really fun running with your knuckles barely touching the ground, but when you run with your knuckles on the ground, oh my goodness, they get so sore. And I decided it's a fun idea to climb underneath this bush that I have never really climbed underneath in a long time. And climbing a stump was pretty fun, except it was quite sore getting off my feet, or getting a bit scratched on the bark. But you know, that's how it is. I think my calluses got a lot tougher, and I decided I want to climb up this wall because it looks pretty fun. And it was pretty fun. And then I wanted to climb up this tree, which is not a climbing tree, it's an oak tree, and the bark is not very climbable. But I decided, why not? And I didn't manage to do it. I fell down and it was pretty sore. You know, chimpanzees can probably do a lot more pull-ups than me. But it was fun to pass the time and get a bit fitter. I do think I got stronger throughout this 24 hours. I literally did 24 hours, 7 till 7. Yeah, and I collected acorns because I thought maybe I could eat them another day, but I forgot about them and they went all brown. And I decided I'm a bit tired, I'm bored, I'm gonna sleep. So I slept outside on this picnic blanket. Well, actually, I didn't sleep. As you can see, I just lay on the ground, tossing and turning. But nighttime was around the corner and supper had arrived. My dad bought me a lovely fruit and nuts for supper.
That looks very yummy.
I bought enough food, but oh my goodness, it was a delicious meal. And I ate it mostly with my mouth. I'm very grateful for that. And sleeping on the grass, you'd think you get scratched by all these ants and things, but I was very peaceful. And the tree was so hard to sleep in. I rarely tried for 30 minutes, but it was just uncomfortable. And I decided I'm gonna sleep on the bricks. I could have slept on the grass. Nighttime went by so slowly. I woke up at 1 and I couldn't go back to bed. So I managed to push through, and here's the morning. I did it, guys. I did it. And my mom brought me a banana. Yes. And I decided, you know, I gotta get some water in. Hydration is important.
Help me.
It's not fun drinking from a bowl. I decided I gotta make the most of this time, and I had about 10 minutes left, and I decided, you know what? I've gotta be a chimpanzee for this 10 minutes. So I did my dominance, I did my calling, I did my and I did it. You know, proud to say, I survived. I have done it! Finally! Damn, would I do it again? Hell no! Nah! What did I learn? Being a monkey is not that fun. I was trying to be a chimpanzee, and going on your knuckles, it actually really hurts. And sure, sleeping at night was not easy. Did I learn something useful? Yeah, I can see why chimps are stronger. Right? If you're living in a tree, your upper body will just get stronger. I think it's not genetics, I think it's a lifestyle. I genuinely think if you actually work hard on your body like the whole day, like just using your muscles, they're gonna get stronger. I don't think it's genetics, I think it's, you know, it's a lifestyle. Sadly, I wasn't brought up as a chimp, so my pull-ups aren't nearly at the level of the chimpanzees. I did it, I'm proud, 24 hours. The cringe is insane, but yeah, next time I can do better challenges. Acorn just fell on me. So yeah.